dreams, and how your dreams play an important role on your next level of life, the next life that you create for yourself, which will be incarnating into a new shape and form that you will be able to actually take and hop into and give a post to as an experience that you experience that condense and plays out in a one, two, and third dimension, like it's like physical people, places, and things that surround you, but you're experiencing new circumstances and situations. So this is going to be you going through your actual spiritual path and the actual spiritual birth, instead of you coming back into this life and incarnating back into this life and taking similar vehicles and interacting with similar people, places, and things, because you are agreeing to those same desires that kept you in that holistic space in the first place. So you think that you're doing things different, but you're actually producing the same results. So this is where you start to create a life for yourself that plays out, familiar, more holistic, deja vu. Like, okay, I already experienced these things before. Now that puts you in a space where you kind of develop this sense of awareness, or you develop this energy where you have to feel, obligated to oppose and reject other people, places, and things that's giving you this energy of familiarity. So you're just going to be creating another life for yourself where you're around demons, familiar people, places, and things that agrees with those same desires. And this is you creating a hell for yourself. And now this video, we're going to be going into the depths, into the details of how your dreams can actually show you, or actually be a representation or a guide for you, so that you can actually see if you're making the right decisions in your awake life when it comes to the ideas and the feelings that you're producing that condense and becomes the one, two, and third dimension. As above, so below. Well, first it starts with as within, so without, and then as above, so below. So the lighter realm, the lighter world, when we go to sleep and rest these organs and chakras, we go to that world. So the energies and the interactions and the thoughts and the feelings that we accumulate from interacting with individuals, in our geographical location or our environment, that's going to be determining, once we go to sleep, once we leave and close our eyes down here and open our eyes up there, and the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, the dimension that governs this reality, the one, two, and third dimension, we're able to kind of see or have dreams that represents shapes and forms, or we may even have other people, places, and things in that dream that we know in our one, two, and third dimension woke life. So these individuals are going to be the character, the color, the image, and the number that's we're going to be understanding when it comes to us being awoke up there, and how those things are working into synchronicity when it comes to us going to sleep up there and waking up down here. So that's how God, in all possibilities, is able to talk to us through the shapes and forms that we accumulate down here via interaction, via people, places, and things, via being around those individuals that share similar desires as us. And once we go to sleep, it's going to be playing out in a lighter realm, like those people, places, and things, and locations that God may be trying to convey a message to us, so we can better understand how to utilize the things that's being manifested into the one, two, and third dimension, because the lighter world is going to be playing out as the actual experiences that get carved and that get shaped and formed in the one, two, and third dimension. That's going to be playing out like our actual experiences and interactions via agreements of natural selections and desires and things of those natures. So it's kind of important to understand your dreams, and understanding that what you're producing and what you're consuming, and making sure that you're eating the right things when it comes to you being a spirit and you observing the things that's in your space that's non-corporeal, well, that's corporeal to your non-corporeal subjective space, and whatever space that you're in. If you're more in a space, spiritual space that deals with, you being closer to all possibilities, This is going to help you understand that these are the types of natures that you're going to be in, and these are the types of natures and traits and qualities that you're going to be playing out as a personification in the one, two, and third dimension from you creating that creature in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. So understanding the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension and how to move in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, your internal world, the more lighter world that governs this world that's blocky, that we're able to interact with each other on a more slower moving process. So this is the realm of death. So we got the realm of death, one, two, and third dimension, the realm of life, fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, and the realm of birth, seventh, eighth, and ninth dimension. So we're always going through this process of birth, life, and death. Every carnation, incarnation, and reincarnation cycle. So understanding that we have to get closer to God, closer to all possibilities, so we can make that possible, because we're the spirits creating these new possibilities, these new shapes and forms that we're able to hop into and experience each level of life and awareness through. So this taps us into the energies of creation, mutation, and evolution. So we're always creating, emanating thoughts and feelings, mutating that, and then we're always evolving that creature that we have created and mutated. So now the level of awareness that we're at now, that we're comprehensive to, is the human. So when it comes to the atmosphere in general, these are the first minds and bodies and shapes and forms that we were able to take as spirits. But you have your own piece of that, which represents you singling yourself out. You have your own, universe. You are the universe. So there's no universe out there how NASA and everybody try to get you lost into. You are the universe. Go look into your natal chart. That's your universe. Your own objective, subjective. So, when we were subjective, creating shapes and forms in that space of all possibilities, we created the seven Mazarats or chakras. So now, as spirits, we have to evolve that. We have to create something new that we're able to experience level of life and awareness on that level that can play out less dense. But this is going to be us having to raise our consciousness, raise our awareness, and raise our mind so that we will be able to train humans. Because right now, being in a human being in a human vessel and taking a human vehicle, we're only able to train things that deals with animals and bugs and parasites. So we're still primitive when it comes to our energies. But now it's time for us to evolve out of these primitive natures so we can become, more aware and have more comprehension of how to actually fashion an organ and a whole atmosphere in general. So keep that in mind, because the same things that we share in common when it comes to, animals, bugs, and parasites, when it comes to these primitive natures, we still have to eat, sleep, and fuck. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to us being able to sacrifice these natures, these animalistic natures, that's why we got the animal wheel. That's why we got the Maserat. That's why the zodiac looks like that. And that's why they kind of piece things together to kind of look like that when it comes to the zodiac and the Maserats. Why they got animals and rams and bulls and things of those natures. Because these are all the natures that we're able to pull from that substance to create ourselves, to hop back into, to experience this level of awareness, which is life. So when it comes to our dreams, we have to kind of expand that world. We have to kind of reach the egg to expand that world so things won't be so blocky, and we're able to take new shapes and forms and hop into new vehicles so that we'll be able to be the actual spirit that's fashioning that whole arena that we're hopping into and things of those natures. So understanding that, how our dreams play a role on what we are experiencing in the one, two, and third dimension, just making sure that you're putting yourself in a position where you're around like-minded individuals and people that you can share spaces with, people where once you get into your masculine and your feminine energies start to produce thoughts and feelings, that you're around the right individuals that can, be submissive or have the right ideas on their mind so that you can feel submissive or feel comfortable around those individuals, so you won't start germinating the wrong seeds and now you're experiencing turmoil. Now you're experiencing forks in the road. Now you're experiencing feeling let down because you've been having sex and joining energies with the wrong individuals in your life. So this is where making sure that you're around the right people and connecting with your soul tribe, because once you connect with your soul tribe, you're gonna feel comfortable and you're gonna feel like you're able and capable to let your guard down so that your light can shine without you feeling like you're stepping on other individuals' toes and without you feeling like other individuals are stepping on your toes. So you making sure that you carve out the right circumstances and situations in the one, two, and third dimension so that you can be around like-minded individuals where you can feel completely comfortable and y'all are helping each other grow and evolve spiritually and mentally and physically and things of those natures, and kind of understanding that y'all are producing that type of substance that y'all are producing and emanating as spirits that plays out like a essence in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension that will become an awareness, a cloth, a vehicle that y'all will be able to take shape and form, that y'all will be able to hop into that shape and form and experience that level of awareness through. So if you are around like-minded individuals and you got your whole soul tribe, you around the right soul tribe, you're around the right individuals, and you got your whole soul tribe of people, places, and things, and they have the right ideas on their mind, the right men that can get erect, and the right women that can go through hypergamy on their mind, then this is gonna help you be able to feel comfortable with those energies as well. So this will be y'all creating worlds with each other's when it comes to y'all atmospheres clashing and colliding and creating a substance, an awareness in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension, a shape and form that can play out like a geographical location that you will be able to actually astro project and astro travel to once this one, two, and third dimension expire. And if we get enough individuals that don't have so many desires of the one, two, and third dimension when it comes to those individuals being lost into these indoctrinations and these different denominations, that only leads to experiences back down here because your spirit is agreeing to those desires. So you're going to manifest a similar scenario and reincarnate back down here. Or if you're not getting too attached to these things in the one, two, and third dimension that deals with sex, money, drugs, material, maternal, and comfortability down here, then your spirit is only going to know those familiar desires. So this is going to be you playing out, South Node type of energies. So understanding that you playing out South Node type of energies and understanding that you're not actually opening your mind and you kind of limiting yourself to the worldly things that puts us in a space of comfortability and familiarity, and we're not actually able to create a horizon or a rainbow for ourselves when it comes to us becoming aware of new things and possibilities that we're actually able to create, because we may be limiting ourselves, we may be limiting our own mind, we may be making ourselves feel incapable due to us clinging on to familiar people, places, and things. And the longer that we keep creating worlds and experiences with those persons, those people, places, and things, that's just going to be us creating more and more, tying up that soul tie. Until one lifetime we may get tired of experiencing those things with that individual, because your spirit is always going to be feeling unfulfilled. It doesn't matter, your spirit is always going to go through a space of feeling unfulfilled. So you're going to start feeling unfulfilled, you may get tired of that individual, and then this is where the tick for tat or the petty energy may start to kick in between y'all two. And then next thing y'all know, that y'all aren't able to separate or untie that knot, untie that soul tie, because y'all have went through many experiences and experiences with each other when it comes to carnation, incarnation, and reincarnation, that one lifetime y'all become worse enemies. Y'all may end up killing each other and things of those natures. You know what I'm saying? Y'all may end up actually physically harming each other, because this is how we portal, and this is how we portal back into, this is how I spiritually portal back into this life. When it comes to the mother and the father having sex and creating a vortex, and your spirit, you becoming aware of those desires that's on their mind, those mentalities that's on their mind, that plays out like a desire, something of familiarity in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. Once you go through your birth and then life, You get attracted to those shapes and forms and those vehicles, and then you hop back into, you hop in one of their spaceships and vehicles and minds, and now you're the spirit helping them to create or come together, and now you're experiencing a similar scenario and things of those natures. So you got to understand that and understand how that's playing out and understand how those two energies are intertwined and how those things are interacting with each other. So making sure that you are around the right individuals and y'all got the right ideas in y'all mind. So the spirits that y'all bring back into this world, because the spirits because it gets deep, because the shadow government know about this energy. So this is how they're able to stay in positions of power and seats of rulership when it comes to their bloodline and their family lineages and things of those natures. But some spirits venture off and get lost with other spirits that's becoming aware and other spaces and locations, and incarnating back into those bloodlines and families like George Washington them and things of those natures. So they got to kind of find themselves so they can get back, so they can get back to their family and be able to claim their seat in their position of rulership, being a fucking demon down here in the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. You know what I'm saying? So that's like the type of energy that's going on. Like that's the whole mechanism that's going on when it comes to those energies. And the shadow government, they're looking for, what I'm saying? They looking for these individuals. That's why we got social security cards. That's how they're able to track us. That's why they be looking at our natal charts and seeing if we're one of their family members and things of those natures. So they understand this. They understand this science and they understand all of this. So they got an eye on you. Better believe they got an eye on you right now. And they trying to see if you part of their family, if you George Washington, if you got that George Washington mind, you know what I'm saying? So you can get back into presidential seat or something, rule of geographical location or some shit like that, you know what I'm saying? So that's how these energies play out. That's how the world is, you know what I'm saying? So y'all got to get out of the spookism. Y'all got to get indoctrinated. Y'all got to get unlost, because y'all get lost by a lot of, y'all just get lost when it comes to, the things that y'all believe in, the things that y'all put y'all faith, belief, and imagination into, and that become y'all hell, because that's already somebody else hell that they lost in, and they're trying to escape. And those spirits that had that authored that intellectual property may not even be able to experience the 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. So they may be stuck in the 4th, 5th, and 6th dimension. You know what I'm saying? They may get stuck in purgatory because they trapped in y'all mind. They're trapped in y'all covenant. So y'all creating thought forms and mentalities with Jesus, with Allah on y'all mind. The spirits that author that intellectual property is showing up in y'all dreams. You know what I'm saying? Showing up in y'all mind. Can't really move on. Can't pass on. So they stuck in purgatory. They stuck in hell. You know what I'm saying? They in hell right now. So that's how you can kind of get lost into this world. You know what I'm saying? That's why. You know what I'm saying? Hold on. Even when it comes to the water that you drinking spirits. You know what I'm saying? You drinking spirits. I just drank a spirit. I just consumed the spirit. You know what I'm saying? Like everything is spirit. Like everything is a spirit around us. When it comes to the grass, the spirits dancing in the wind, the spirits dancing in the atmosphere. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like everything is a spirit around us. You know what I'm saying? That's how things work. That's how life, that's how reality work. So I'm trying to, me in my soul group, we're trying to help y'all get back to that pure space so that you're able to see these things for what they are. So you're not getting lost into these shapes and forms that you created, and you're able to utilize these things as your bitches. You know what I'm saying? So this is going to be you getting back into rulership and power, getting back into your own kingship and queenship when it comes to your position that's respectable in the esoteric realm and things of those natures. So in understanding this, just understanding this mechanism and understanding that, the individuals that you have around you that's in your space, your geographical location. Let's say that you were a child of God and you're around demons. So when it comes to the ideas that you're producing, the thoughts and feelings and the mentalities that you have, that the dreams and imaginations and passions that you want to experience, those individuals may not agree to your desires. those individuals may not agree to your ideas. So they may try to persuade you that the decisions that you're making isn't right. And you letting that influence you, you absorbing that, you letting your woman go through hypergamy when it comes to their weak ass ideas that they felt was necessary for them to express when it comes to the ideas that they be producing that's low hanging fruit. Y'all start to have sets, but the sets that y'all have is harmful sets. It's not harmonious, it's harmful. So when it comes to you starting to feel about how you start to feel about your dreams and your imaginations and your fantasies, you start to feel bad about your dreams, imaginations, and fantasies and what you're able to create for yourself. So you start to down yourself. You start to doubt yourself. And then once you go to sleep with these things on your minds, with these feelings and emotions and thoughts on your minds, brains, organs, mental forms that condense and become the actual things, with these things on your minds, you go to sleep and you dream about you getting chased by one of these individuals. You getting chased in your dreams. You see these individuals in your dreams. You feel lost in your dreams. You feel like you suffocated in your dreams. You try to run. You try to in your dream. You trying to run. You trying to run, but you moving in slow motion. You moving in slow motion. It's maybe because the individuals that you may be interacting with in your woke life may have you in this feeling of doubting yourself, or feeling insecure about yourself, or feeling like you're incapable of being able to achieve that dream and imagination that you know damn well, if you don't listen to these individuals' ideas and opinions about how they think and feel about what you're trying to create and produce for yourself, you will be fine and better off without those individuals doubting you. So, and on their alone time, with their idle mind, they may be thinking about you. They may be having negative thoughts and feelings about you that they're going to sleep on their mind. The negative thoughts and feelings that they have about you, that's going to be interacting with the lighter world, and y'all having sex because we're all doing this. You end up getting trapped into their mind, and now you're still playing out like a person in their mind, in their world, that they got all these negative demonic thoughts or feelings about you in their mind, in their world, that you don't really resonate with. And you may not even be thinking about that individual in your world, and the ideas that you're producing in your mind to create your realm of realities that we're all experiencing simultaneously. So you go to sleep, you go to your world, you end up seeing that individual in your world. And this may be a person that you may have dealt with in the past. So that'll be this individual, doing some form of witchcraft. Witchcraft, what's on your mind? Ritual and spell. You planning out what's on you acting out what's on your mind. So that'll be that individual doing some form of witchcraft on you, trying to put a hex on you because they have negative ideas and negative connotations about you in their mind. And it may just be something that they haven't dealt with inside themselves, because they may be a lost spirit looking for people to bring down, looking for people to victimize, looking for people to be self-entitled and egotistical to. And they may not have anybody that they can be a demon to, because misery loves company at the end of the day. So they may be a miserable person, and the only thing that they can do is put themselves in an idle space where they have time to think about you all day, instead of doing something productive to help themselves out of that low vibrational negative circumstance and situation. So you have to change yourself if you want to see things around you change. You can't be in no expectation energy and thinking that the world's supposed to change and will and nil to you, and you not changing. That's you being self-centered and self-entitled and self-serving, and that's making an ugly face for God. You don't want to make no ugly face for God. You want to be beautiful, but it starts as within first. You got to be beautiful to yourself. You got to take self-accountability. You got to do that. You got to do that shadow work. You got to go through the self-evaluation and see where you may be falling short when it comes to your desires and things of those natures. and how you may be playing out negative energies and taking that accountability so you can start to change those things about yourself. Because first you got to know that you have a problem. But if you keep lying to yourself, once a lie start, it don't stop. Once you keep lying to yourself, you're gonna continuously to lie in that bed that you make, that faith and belief lie that you make in that bed, and it may be uncomfortable. So this would be your spirit feeling uneasy, unsatisfied all the time. You're always gonna feel unsatisfied. You're never gonna feel fulfilled, because the people, places, and things that you put your faith, belief, and imagination into may be the same individuals that's keeping you in that space of unfulfillment, of familiarity. And your spirit, everybody's spirit needs to go through some form of expansion and contraction. But instead of expanding, you're running away from being able to expand, try new things, experience something new, change your habits, change your ways. So you're running back into familiar people, places, and things that's keeping you in that hell. So you got to understand that. You got to understand that you have to be the one who has authority over your life, instead of you being possessed by other individuals' thoughts and feelings that's directing your life for you. You have to take direction, and you have to take the wheel and start to drive your spaceship, instead of letting Jesus take the wheel for you, because Jesus is going to lead you back into needing more mental crutches and more mental cages and more people, places, and things to doubt you and prey on you, prey on your energy. So you're going to continuously to feel less than, until you manifest a life or circumstance or scenario that you completely run away from every person, place, or thing that you portaled back through, because you're in the cycle of reincarnating instead of carnating. So you can start to put yourself in that cycle of starting to actually separate from those people, places, and things, soul ties that you created from your previous life, so you can start to carnate and be able to get more into a space where you're closer to your actual spiritual family and spiritual predecessors, unless you're a demon, unless you're one of those demons. So that'd be you trying to bring people back and make people feel less than and make people feel down, and not separate from those individuals, because you a demon and you just need other demons around you to feel comfortable. So you got to understand what's going on in the spiritual realm, so you can start to separate and become an actual God and goddess type of being, being able to get into your kingship or your queenship, so you can start to put yourself in a more profitable space, so you can experience something new, instead of incarnating, and not incarnated, but reincarnated back into this realm of reality and becoming my footstool, becoming my toilet in the fourth, fifth, and sixth dimension. So gotta understand what's going on in the spiritual realm. You know what I'm saying? The better that you can understand what's going on in the spiritual realm, and the better that you can kind of understand how to get a grasp on these energies, then that's going to be able to help you be able to evolve and develop some form of purpose that can help you rise out of these low vibrational things that's keeping you lost into these shapes and forms, lost into other people's mind, lost into these worlds, being trapped spiritually. So it's all a form of spiritual trafficking. Shit, that might be something that's going on, saying spiritual trafficking. Hey, that's what's going on too, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be aware, spiritual trafficking not going on in this bitch. You know what I'm saying? That, hey, I ain't say that for no reason. Some spirits is being trafficked, you know what I'm saying? From east, that's a whole different conversation right there. But spiritual trapping, you know what I'm saying? You being spiritually trapped, you being summoned. You maybe want to be at peace. You may just want to be. You know what I'm saying? You may just want to be. You can't be, because you still got baggage. You still got to clean up. You still got things under the rug that you got to clean up. And if you don't take care of your responsibilities, you're gonna keep eating your tail. You're gonna keep eating your bullshit. You're gonna keep eating the same things that you create. So this is where the allegory comes from, the dragon eating its tail. So you got to understand what's actually going on, so you won't get lost into these worlds, so you can start interacting and intertwining and mixing and mingling energies with demons all the time. You know what I'm saying? And then you can come back and be the actual messenger to show individuals how to separate from all the bullshit of the world, so you can go back to that space and that location where God resides, 7th, 8th, and 9th dimension, and just be, so that you can start to create a new atmosphere or create something beautiful, something else, and start getting lost into all these Luciferian concepts, and start getting lost into Lucifer, and letting Lucifer lie to you, letting this physical flesh, all these mental forms and desires, lie to you and convince you, or you convince yourself, or you sacrifice yourself because you think what you're doing is the right thing. But in actuality, you're selling your soul, you're selling yourself to a demon, uh, a demon that want to be called God. That's not God. That's not all possibilities God. You selling yourself to a demon that want to be God, because demons love to be called God. So you just got to understand what's going on and understand how to separate from all these things. But once you understand that you're not these things and you're always creating these things, this can kind of help you kind of put yourself in a better space mentally, so that you can start to be aware and observe the right things that the actual all possibility God wants you to be aware of and observe in your life, so that you won't be agreeing to other people's ideas and other people's thoughts and feelings and desires, and having sex with those people mentally. They can condense into you having sex with those people physically. Now you open up your stargate to demons. Now you're experiencing trials and tribulation and turmoil in your life, because what that person may have had was a good job, was, security, stability, things that the shadow government was provided. But the spirit that's controlling and utilizing all of these things may be a demonic ass, low vibrational ass spirit, a demon that wants to keep you trapped into their world, to make you feel less than, so they can feel like they're God in some way, shape, or form. So you got to understand what's going on, and not let these individuals have so much authority over your life, because you're able to have authority and create these realms and these worlds that you can experience for yourself. And this can kind of get you closer to all possibilities, where you're going to be in that space with other spirits that's on that same travel. Now y'all are able to incarnate and reincarnate back into each other's lives, or a whole different existence that y'all are the ones being a cause of creating and fashioning, so that other organ systems and spirits can come after y'all, and y'all be the actual vehicle. Y'all create the actual vehicle and the actual body that all the other spirits that's able to come after y'all. So y'all, it gets deep. So all of y'all, just when y'all die, it's like once you die, hold on. It's like once you die and all y'all die with these ideas and these feelings on y'all mind, and y'all just be like, y'all open up that stargate, and y'all able to eat and consume everything in this 1, 2, and 3rd dimension. So now you reach the egg. You're able to expand, and with all y'all dying with these ideas on y'all mind, it's like y'all creating a whole new world, a whole new realm of reality, a whole new atmosphere that spirits are able to incarnate into, as long as they're able to better themselves and reach the spaces that and come to the conclusions that y'all went through. So this will be you creating that DNA ladder scale for other spirits. So we're all doing this because it's teamwork makes the dream works. And this is us being a vessel for God, so we can get back closer to nothingness. But we're never gonna be able to completely be at the pearly gates, you know what I'm saying? But we can get close, we can keep creating, and you know what I'm saying? Because that's our power, that's what we do. So you got to understand that, and making sure that you're sharing ideas, and making sure that you're around the right individuals that resonate with your spiritual state of being. When it comes to this, is why soul tribe is more important than relationships right now. Fuck a relationship. Make sure that you're around like-minded individuals. Make sure that you're around the right individuals. So it's gonna play out in the 1, 2, or 3rd dimension, like you seeing these individuals in your dreams. You sharing dreams with these individuals. You sharing imaginations with these individuals. You sharing experiences with these individuals, and things of those natures. But it's just confirmation that the things that y'all are doing, y'all getting that world that y'all creating, y'all getting closer to the egg. Y'all getting closer to being able to expand this world and contract into that world that y'all produce from y'all mind. So I always remember that it's only you. You know what I'm saying? It's only you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's the video right there. That's what we all doing. That's how we sharing dreams. You know what I'm saying? We're like clouds. We're like always swimming. It's like we're nothing. recreating the clouds and the atmospheres and the fluids and the waters and the rainbows and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we can be able to take those shapes and forms and those organs when it comes to our next incarnation. So always keep that in mind. So you know what I'm saying? Like soul tribing right now is way more important than relationships right now. Relationships is out the window. So we need people, places, and things that we can come together with when it comes to us building this new world and being God's children. And things of those natures. But yeah, it's been Who 360. Hope I enjoyed this video. Peace.